we bring it back. And then hopefully it will start doing it. Alright, perfect. This is, I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing. Excuse me. Ow. Ugh. Jesus, okay. Oh, I tabbed out, so it might have broken. If you tab out after that, sometimes it is unhappy, but it actually seems fine. But yeah, if you tab out as you respawn, it breaks a little bit. It's definitely live now on YouTube. Thank you for confirming. It was an amateur mistake on my part. Just, I had the tab open and everything, just did not click the go live button on YouTube. So now that first half hour of attempts on today will be lost in a couple weeks when Twitch chooses to delete the VOD. There you go, even confirming that, oh dear, the chat works. Okay, thank you. Thank you for stopping. Now the centipedes know you're coming. You only use YouTube Live. Damn. My one advantage. I think the worst part about the first jump is that the few times that it has succeeded, I sort of expect to die, so I'm immediately, I take like a second to lock in, which to be fair, usually I have a second because it takes so long after a drop like that for the grapple to settle. No. They actually bit my grapple there. I did not release. They got to it. We don't see that very often. But yeah, I'm just, I'm not locked in. After the long drop, the grapple is usually very unsettled, which gives me time to lock in, but at the same time, if the grapple for some reason is cooperative, it would be nice to be immediately ready. Because that is when we need to lock in the most, when this first jump works. Okay, that is pretty, I'm pretty consistently... This is not great. Pretty consistently getting caught there. Hey, welcome. But you can break my viewing streak with a cheeky Wednesday stream. Damn, that my real plan of the day has been thwarted. I'm glad you're here. I'm just gonna do a, like, 10-minute stream in the middle of the night just to break your streak. And then you'll still probably manage to tune in. You'll still find a way, I'm sure. That one was so quick. I didn't have time to process that death. That was just... I don't know if I blinked there or if it really was just like a frame and they were there. I legitimately don't know if I blinked. Jeez, okay, well, one of them passed us. The second one was not so cooperative. God, I hope my cat clears with me and wakes me in the middle of the night to alert me. How far have you gotten so far? So yesterday, we got to the second portion of the map after the first big jump. I believe twice in the proper conditions, like with all of the settings maxed. We got there twice, and we made it a few jumps in. Today, we have not successfully survived the first big drop yet. But yeah, I'd say we made it like halfway, maybe 2/3 through the map. It is a lot down to luck. Obviously, there is a lot of skill involved as well, so you need... That's the main problem. We've established I cannot remain locked in for extended periods of time. So just during this grind, I need to manage to lock in on the runs where it matters. Oh well, this is interesting. You know, I figure just give the centipedes a chance to catch me, you know. Let's just dilly-dally a little. See, they're not here. Are there even any centipedes on this map? Bye. Okay, there it is. Stuck on the tree. This is very slow to what I normally do in this section. Normally I have got it a bit faster than this. So that's the problem there. Well, we made the first big jump. I got caught on the grapple a little bit there. There's not much grapple to get caught on, but I still found a way. Oh, see you, Kelly. I just assume that's Kelly. To be fair, there are, I believe, 11 of them, so... What's crazy is I was going to adjust the angle I threw my grapple at slightly after that attempt because it wasn't working, and then it worked, so it's just like, well, I've got the angle right. No, the angle's fine. At least it proved to me that the angle was not the problem. No, let me round. This damn grapple. What is that emote? Is that like a cheese grater or something? great. Okay, so what happened there was the grapple bounced and then latched, which happens with this grapple quite a bit. And I'm glad that was a great example of it, because I definitely did not take full damage. But the grapple bounced, and then it latched, and then I was far enough away that it just yanked my arm out of its socket and killed me. Sounds like you are on top of me. But I think they just went past. They might be back very swiftly. But they did just pass that time. See ya. I don't like that angle, I'm trying it again. Maybe I should have trusted myself. Ugh. This is what we expected, or at least what I expected from attempting this challenge. Just think about what happens when we do this, though, what that means. It means we then have to do the same on first kill. I don't make the rules, that's just the reality of it. I can't call myself a master of this game when I can't beat the hardest map on the hardest difficulty. Hello. It spots in for 3 frames and deletes you. Yeah, I think I could see why, or at least I couldn't find any videos of other people doing this. I can see why other people would see this as a futile attempt. But we just need to get lucky once, and then also execute on that luck. And then get lucky again multiple times on other jumps. And then we'll have done it. Even if there is no Cosmic Ocean-like challenge, you just have to invent one, exactly. I was thinking about it, and I feel like if I do this, this might be the most impressive gaming feat that I've done. And I don't know what the other, what the other ones are for me. Because obviously I achievement hunt, but I feel like to some degree a lot of people get those same achievements. But I did mention it last stream. This challenge reminds me a little bit of the By My Hand Alone achievement in Dishonored 1, where you have to do the minigame, killing all of the enemies without them killing each other first, where it is just so much reliant on luck, and then also you having to execute really well at the same time. To me, this is just a more extreme version of that. See, they bit my grapple there. As if that was the main problem. The main problem is that they were directly on top of me, but they also chewed up my grapple, which was pretty messed up. Bye! Okay, not bye. That was pretty quick, but unfortunately they were quicker. Could not have got that line up any quicker if I had tried, so... It was just not meant to be, that one. Alright, can you run out of stamina, please? Don't think I ever did that DLC stuff in Dishonored. It is like one of the weaker parts of Dishonored. Particularly if you do care about achievements, because some of the achievements are just a bit stinky to go for. But when the rest of Dishonored is so good, it's okay to have those DLCs be a bit weaker. Or that DLC, I mean. The Dunwall City Trials, or whatever it was called. I'm not lined up very well, but we improvise. Yeah, there were some challenges that I really enjoyed, though. There was, like, a stealth challenge where you would have to go into, like, a mansion and steal stuff. I remember enjoying that one. But I think you got, like, less points if you got spotted and stuff. I have played all of the Dishonoreds. And, I like them all. But my order of favorites definitely goes 1, 2, and then... Death of the Outsider. Well, they are all incredible games. I'll tell you, actually, I haven't played every Dishonored game. There was, like, a phone game they released with the original Dishonored. There was, like, a Fruit Ninja clone where you would slice up rats. And it was to advertise Dishonored. And I didn't play that, and I didn't even know it existed until recently. I saw, like, a post about it. So there's always a chance that post could have been a lie. But, yeah, sort of Fruit Ninja clone where you're chopping up rats. I can't remember what it was called. Alright, Crunchina, thanks for being here. Enjoy your walk.
This is a shipping container.
This does not look like a shipping container to me, Tom. I don't know what you're looking at, but I don't know what shipping containers you've seen. But unless you're shipping centipedes that move ridiculously quick, this is not one of them. This ship said Rat Assassin. Okay, is that what it was called? Good old Google search, I assume. Or you just guessed. It's a damn good guess, Wilton. Well done. Oh, that bounce. Oh dear. Well, I guess that one was kind of poorly aimed. This is just a hope and a prayer. The Outsider has blessed me with this power. I remember really disliking The Outsider in Dishonored 2 because they like changed the voice effects and stuff. I'm assuming it was a different voice actor as well. It's been so long. I actually can't remember. But I've played Dishonored 2 since then and actually quite liked the new Outsider voice. The issue I have with it is that it is just very different. Yeah, I don't know about the voice actor, but yeah, as you say, the effects are just so different. They are very much on me, but they have taken a break and I've gone for a little swing. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you to give me this tip. It was fun to be able to reject them and go no power. That is cool. I mean, it's also so cool to just think about how they designed all the maps in the game where you can traverse them without powers. Because it is so cool to go through them with powers, but obviously when they have that mode, you need to be able to get around without. Hey, Charlie! How you doing? Congrats on all the peak achieves. And I think you said Ascent 6, which means there's still Ascent 7 to go, mate. Let's pretend that it isn't just Ascent 6 with no revives. Like, it's basically just the same, if I remember right. So realistically, you have done everything. I still need a lot of the Roots achievements, personally. I need to properly go in and get them at some point. Yeah, there is literally no different in solo Ascent 6 and 7. Yeah, one day when there's a Roots map out there, I just have to grind all the achievements on that Roots map. I don't think it will be too difficult to do. That arm came through the floor, and that was terrifying. Okay, well, there's a second one. I was pincered there. It was the pincer maneuver. I assume you were doing this solo. I know Charlie was playing a lot with, ow. Take me. Whenever you're ready. Bye! Where did you go? There's a portal here in the floor. But there are some solo achievements. I did a lot of the same. I got a lot of achievements with playing with other people, but did go do quite a few runs solo just to get some of the harder ones. That other climbing game was really cool too. Cairn the name of the climbing game, or I don't believe I've heard of it. So I guess these centipedes do just have like portals through the floor that they can go through. Well, not portals, they just go through the floor. They go so fast they can go through the floor. Which is very good to know. Bye. It's so crazy. It's more realistic, I suppose. Like, I have to find handholds, etc. Maybe something I need to look into. Hey, Sads. How's the Ash idling? Pretty okay. We've made it past the first big jump once. Which, you know, within the hour, that's not bad. Generally, I'd say the centipedes have been pretty cooperative. And then I make a mistake like that. But, you know, it's alright. I'd rather make the mistakes now than on a good run. Let's be honest, it's unlikely I complete this challenge today. But all I need is a good run. Oh, that was not good. I got myself caught. But it could happen. Like, there's no reason it wouldn't happen now, as opposed to in, like, 10 more hours of playtime. It's just getting lucky enough and having the skill required. And having it all come together at the same time. But as long as there's a chance, I'm going for it. So yeah. Oh, they weren't even there to say goodbye this time. How rude. They're just flying around. It's fine, let them fly. You just seeing the arm wrap around. Please, Mercy, you ate my grapple! You arsehole! You ate my grapple! Grapple! Hi, Blue Revolter. Oh, let me have a quick hydrate. It's weird having Brandon in the chat and not having hydrate spammed off cooldown. Don't know what's gone into you, Brandon.
For too long I've been parched of thirst and unable to quench it.
There you go, code is restoring balance. Bonus stream, I'm a more relaxed guy. I guess that's fair.
I'm under the English Channel.
Oh, this is what underneath the English Channel looks like, apparently. We're on Tom Doobie. Is this supposed to be a scary game? Yeah, it's meant to have horror elements. It certainly still startles me, especially with the centipedes being this fast.
I am not inside a fusion reactor.
It's never... That has to be the most common Tom that we get, is the not inside a fusion reactor one. And you know what? I don't know if I'd have it any other way.
Just shut up.
Okay, Tom, I see how it is. Look, Tom, I don't need you to respect me, but I need you to work with me here, okay? I won't talk when you're talking, and you don't talk when I'm talking, or tell me to shut up. Deal? He's trying to get into the future, I think. Also, hey, BubbleCerberus. Okay. What's our mission here? So, it's hard to see because it's so bright up here, but here are all of the custom settings that we're playing with, which basically is maxed out sliders, except for the rope length, which is the lowest it can be. So we've got 10 additional centipedes, we've got very quick centipedes that regenerate their stamina very quickly, and they can break our claw, and we take 1000% damage, and we have a very short rope that we shouldn't have. So the centipedes should not be moving the way they are moving, but we're trying to beat the game with the hardest settings. That's the goal, and it is a very unreasonable goal. No sane person should be attempting this. But nonetheless, I never said I was sane. If you want sanity, go somewhere else. But yeah, on this difficulty, a gust of wind basically will kill us. And the grapple is notoriously unreliable and enjoys making us take damage here and there. So if the mega quick centipedes don't get us, there's a high chance that our grapple will. Hello. It's the reality of these attempts. That is just gonna happen sometimes. Oh. It is just crazy sometimes how they will just avoid you. I do think it's just because they go too fast. I legitimately think this would be harder if they were slightly slower, because I think so often they sort of overshoot you and go through the walls and stuff. But in my mind, this is death. This is not a good setup. In my mind, you know, it'd be hard to figure out what exactly the hardest conditions to beat this game would be. I think, you know, if you were looking at trying to do a grappleless clear on 1000% damage, like, I think it was Tartarus was trying to find a route for that. Like, that is doable, but that... I don't think that is doable with 1000% speed. Mega speed centipedes. Because we do need moments in this front swing, please. Okay, well... Completely lost my train of thought there. It's alright, I wasn't saying anything that important, I'm sure. Are you scared of centipedes? Not particularly. I'm scared of giant centipedes, though. If I saw a centipede like this in real life, you'd bet your ass I would shit myself. Just pretend we didn't see that. Just pretend we didn't see that. To be fair, I'm not a fan of insects, for sure. Is he even really playing the game while he's not blindfolded? True, I need to do this while blindfolded. Don't give me ideas, Wilton. I'll be beating the game while blindfolded next.
I'm putting myself at risk of being sued.
You know what? Same, Tom. Same. I do wonder what Tom would think of me using him in this way on my stream.
I am not inside a fusion reactor.
Of course you're not. You know, maybe one day we can dream for you, Tom. We can dream that you can make it into a fusion reactor. Oh, so hello again, Professori. point of perspective, the field mice, those centipede at the scale. Seriously, there's no way it's a random chance. It should be completely random. I don't know if the random chance, it will like go one by one and decide yes or no. Like, I don't know if that's how it decides to work, but I feel like it should work. Like, they're basically all assigned a number. And then it just picks a number. So it should... I imagine that should make it equal chance. Unless somehow by accident I've added that video twice. Goodbye. Also, hey, hey Juneflower as well. Cool, we've got everyone appearing, which means that the run is coming. So yeah. They are about to be on me. Unless they've gone past me, which they might have. They're just all going past me. See up! They're just through the floor. That's alright, just let them be. Oh dear, well, this is not good. Did you ever see that bounced? Okay, so we're not doing speedruns, we're doing it on the hardest difficulty settings, which means we're taking 1000% damage and the centipedes move ridiculously fast. And we have a tiny grapple. Our grapple is that short. That is what we're working with. This is honestly like the craziest thing I've ever tried to do. But maybe... Okay, that damage is unfortunate, but this jump is still doable with this much health. I have a route that would definitely do the 20% grapple. And honestly, 20% grapple, 1000% damage. I have a route that with enough attempts would do it. Which means we just need to get lucky with the centipedes. And also I need to execute on my route properly, which is not the easiest thing. This is bad. This is not... too much momentum. But yeah, there are people that have beaten the game grapple-less completely, which obviously would be harder than using the 20% grapple. 20% grapple is better than no grapple, I think. Maybe someday I will beat the game grapple-less as well. I would definitely want to like try and find my own route, though. I'm having a lot of fun in this game, sort of just discovering my own paths. Like, I know there's probably more safe drops and more optimal paths to take. And if I just like researched some speedruns and probably looked, I could probably take some stuff from that. But I enjoy the process of sort of finding stuff. Bye! I hope you didn't push me and unalign me to where I want to be. That was very close. If you open your mouth, does the avatar start stretching the mouth really long? It's tied to sound, so if I scream, the mouth will stretch and detach from the body. But it's tied to actual like volume. That was not meant to happen. That's kind of crazy. But the centipedes are very cooperative. Thanks, guys. And I'll see you at the bottom. Hopefully in one piece. Jesus, calm it down, grapple, please. Pull me back.
What
no, no.
type of dog is
Oh,
this?
it's fine. I have to pull myself back up. This is bad. Yep. Oh, I mean, it was a good recovery, but down there is not a path. I just slid off the platform I was on. I've been betrayed by smoke. They didn't work yesterday either. Maybe I need to actually double check because there have been like updates and stuff. Maybe I need to check the.
I am not doing enough with
The bounce! You saw the bounce! Goodbye! I still need to set up the left head. There is an obvious thing I can do with the left head. I just need to actually get around to doing it. Thank you for stopping. You could have so easily got me there. But I appreciate you. Make the left head do the hydration. I have plan already for the left head.
Oh no, I am a missile!
I can't tell what causes that fall to fail sometimes. It is just... there's so much variance. On big falls in this game, there will always be a little bit of variance. But particularly in, like, the angle you throw your grapple. I try to throw the grapple relatively early before the camera starts going crazy. Because then aiming your grapple is pretty impossible. But you can, like, do the same fall dozens of times, and each time you'll come out of it with different health. Like, there's... we would have landed this fall sometimes. If we were playing with 100% health. Or 100% damage, we would have landed it and survived. But because we're playing on 1000, we just need the very particular drop where we take the minimum damage. That is the most unsafe jump of the run, though. Like, the rest of the jumps are doable damageless. And while there is risk of taking damage on the jumps, they are, well, as I said, doable. So... that is by far the biggest sort of roadblock we have in this run, and what we're going to lose mostly attempts to, not including the centipedes. I feel like the centipedes do take more attempts away than the first jump. Yeah, we've had 2 successful drops, though, which is pretty good going. I was saying we had, like, an average of 1 an hour in yesterday's stream. And we're an hour and a quarter in, which means the next 45 minutes, and I hate to say it, I'm not that ambitious. But how are we all doing on this fine Wednesday? Is everyone else just completely overheating where they are, or how is it? So, because here it is still horrible, and apparently it's meant to be slightly worse where I am tomorrow, which is great, and I look forward to that. And then hopefully after that, it's meant to chill out a bit. You ate my grapple. I will just stare at you while I fall to my death. You ate my grapple. They cooled down here today, actually. It gradually heats up again till Friday. Ugh. This is why I prefer winter. In winter, I can just layer up, and then it's completely fine. You can't do that in summer. There's a reason I don't have a webcam on right now. I don't know why I said that. I'm fully clothed. But, you know, the point still stands. I could, you know, you could only strip down so much. Sadly, I worked yesterday in 31 degrees outside in the blazing sun, and again on Friday. Best of luck to you. Just, you know, make sure to stay hydrated. You may not have the hydrate redeems, you may not have Barbosa to tell you to stay hydrated, but it's particularly important. You will have to hear Barbosa in your mind.
I am squinting into the sun.
But it's very bright right now, Tom. I would not suggest squinting into the sun, especially right now. That's very dangerous. just try your best to look completely away from the sun. Get out of the sun if possible. Find yourself some nice shade. Maybe inside a fusion reactor. One day I'm gonna add a new Tom, and I'm just not gonna tell anyone. And that day won't be for a while because it takes a lot of. It took a lot longer than I had hoped to set all of those Toms up. Also, was that shipping container again? Again, Tom, this is just a shipping container of centipedes. That's all this is. You didn't cut them all out, did you? Well, about that. There is one that was already green screened, and I don't have the paid version of DaVinci, so I manually cut the rest of them out. Which, don't look at them too much, because it is a very amateur job. This is the first time I ever, like, did any, like, anything like that, so... Thankfully, they're only on screen briefly, so you don't get to see how awful some of them are. But yeah, everything for the bit. I just had the stupid idea, and kind of I have you to blame, Wilton, because you showed me Mix It Up, and then just... It's a very simple thing that I've done within Mix It Up, to just get it to play the videos. But as soon as I was able to do that, it was like, okay, well, this can suddenly happen now. This can be reality. We can live in a world with Tom Scott. It's a simple and powerful tool for shenanigans. That's very true.
Last time I was outside this pub with Norm, he taught me how to strangle someone.
Oh, I don't know if you want to be admitting that on video. But yeah, looking at your stream, Wilton, and the stuff that you've done with it, like That is next level. The stuff that I've done is very, very simple in comparison. But you've got such creative stuff in your stream with the birds and everything, I can't even imagine. Like, just the amount of hours and pain that went into figuring out that. Because you actually had to, like... Did you have to go into the code and stuff for that? Some of that? Do I remember that right? Yeah. See, I could not go that far. Unless there was a particularly good bit. For sure, if I ever did have any reason to go that far, you would get a DM. You have your very specific knowledge on how to do the things for your stream, I imagine, but... You know, I'll just steal the stuff from your stream. How does that sound? How much does the surgery cost to become a tree? See ya. Tree biddy. It's really shoddy though. I basically have a dozen text files that it temporarily writes stuff to. I mean, the point is it works. Well, at least it works sometimes, which, you know, sometimes is enough. On this stream, we can't even afford to have the smoker around all the time. Which I know you mentioned you also had problems with the text-to-speech, so... Yeah, there is a lot of potential for the stream to evolve even further. Through the powers of Mix It Up. Also, Brettle, 200 bits! You really wanted that first place when Crunchy Hyena was not here to defend it. This is what I need. I need some competition between you all so that I can make the big bucks. That's how it works. The smoker is dead. They smoked one too many. We're in the process of hiring a new smoker. Very sorry about any inconvenience caused. I need to have like a filter set up as like backup so that I can do the smoker voice. If it doesn't work. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. Because then it won't feel as bad when the smoker just decides not to show up. There's just too many things I want to do, that is the problem. Like, unfortunately, I do not have a whole lot of free time. There's so many games that I want to stream. There's so many things I want to add to the stream. There's bloody 20 UFO 50 games I need to make guides to still. There's Lethal Paradise stuff, which I love recording and making with Brandon. There's just too much stuff that I want to do. There's other projects that I haven't even, like, worked on in years that I would love to work on. It's difficult to find the time for everything, and more often than not, there's just so much stuff to do that I just end up doing nothing. That's just how it is, honestly. It's true. So naturally, at the forefront of my to-do list are ridiculous challenges like Spelunky 799. Rather than actually doing things that I want to do that I can, you know, actually complete, let me just put them all on hold while I do the impossible. And then in the little free time I have, I'm attempting this right now. I say little free time I have. I have a lot more free time than the average person right now, but you know. In terms of with the other stuff I'm doing with my time. I end up wanting to do stuff for others than actually doing stuff for myself that I put off for years. Yeah, it's weird how it's different when it's for someone else. Spelunky 799 is the most important one. No, that's very true. I mean, it's what we started with, you know. It's what we started streaming all those years ago. And it is something that I desperately want to do. So we're gonna keep doing it until it happens. And I'm not gonna lie, I think this week is the week. I'm feeling good about this week. Oh dear. Goodbye. I do just really want more attempts at the latest part of this map. Because that is part of the problem, is I sort of run out of practice on those later jumps. But I know what all of the jumps are, and they are just... There's like 4 jumps in particular that are particularly dangerous in terms of taking damage that I haven't got to showcase in these proper attempts. Because we haven't reached them. And all of those 4 jumps are doable without taking any damage whatsoever. They're just... There's a lot more chance of taking a little smidge of damage here or there, which we can't afford to take on this. Hello. Wait, why did I just get a notification about being 50% to my sub goal? But I don't see a sub. Did I miss the sub? Has someone resubbed and they haven't let it be known? They haven't, or just subbed in general? And they're remaining anonymous. Maybe you were at 6 and someone's expired. I'm pretty sure when I saw it at the beginning it was at 4. I don't like keep an eye out for it or anything, but at the top of my Twitch chat pop out, it enjoys coming up every now and then with the current goal, which obviously I didn't set up. It's just the automatic goal. I'm pretty sure it was at 4 at the beginning of the stream. It's always a bit sad taking damage there, but... I just gotta get good, I guess. I did give quite a few gifted subs last month, so I think a good few will be expiring soon. I feel like they should already be expired. But again, I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of who is subbed. Because we got Brandon, Wilton, Crutch Hater. Loki, I think, was number 4. And I'm sorry if I'm forgetting someone else. I think they were the current 4 that I was aware of. Wait, June, are you subbed? In it. Oh, in it, yeah. Oh god. I'm glad that you're speaking in the English. I got gifted. Okay, maybe... You know... Maybe I should just not concern myself with these numbers and these notifications, you know? Oh yeah, because you got gifted it up while we were playing through the Decanted Sea, I believe. Which again, excellent game. You should add difficulty sliders to that game. And add ultra fast centipedes. Can't believe my streamer turned into such numbers guy. Yeah, well, this is it. I reached 1,000 subs on YouTube and can start earning ad revenue. And bam, that's all I'm in it for now. Alright, everyone, don't forget to use your primes. If you haven't, if you've got them. I respect the grind for people that do that, you know, do. And you know, if I'm ever in a position where I'm fortunate enough to where I can, like, somehow make a living off doing something like this, then great. But that's very much not what I'm streaming for. When are you getting the gamer subs? Anytime a community member gets their stuff on a stream, they get a gift sub, I've decided. But Brandon, you've subscribed yourself and you haven't made any of the videos that you've been working on for ages. You've gifted a sub to yourself without having any of your stuff shown on stream. Although technically you have made appearances on this stream in the form of your voice. And also in the arrow whip clip. And also in the arena matches. Call me out, you fuck. Look, I'm just eager for the brand and content.
Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry for calling you out. To be fair, you have good reason to, like, be delayed on all of your other projects. Like, the very little free time you have, I managed to take away with Lethal Paradise stuff, so... Honestly, I'm just, every single week that we stay on top of that, I'm impressed already. Gonna have to go quicker than that. Oh dear. No, you're not. You're going at the perfect speed to get me to kill myself. One moment. Alright, we're good. See ya. I was too eager to wave goodbye to the centipedes. I didn't actually like get set up to throw the grapple. But we know the chances were slim anyway. I think the grapple throw was actually decent. So. I'd say we need a sound redeem of the funk of the grapple bounce, but honestly, that would just be too much trauma. Like, you'd be able to torture me with it during these streams, and then I'd get PTSD whenever I was playing a different game, and I'd just hear that. There it is. It's such a horrible sound. I think we'll do a few more attempts, and then I might lower the settings, remove the centipedes, just get some practice in on the later section. Also, just sort of show something a bit different for the stream, because this is getting a bit repetitive. Jungle Morphing's Monkey having a sound reading for the eye blinking would be great too. That would be so cruel. That's such a good idea, actually. It would just so like it would trick me every single time. There would be no way for me to know if I was being trolled. I'm just legitimately confused. I'd love to see what the grapple is bouncing on when it bounces in that particular position, because that happens quite frequently. Like, it isn't unheard of for the grapple to bounce off the floor. But, like, is it wrapping around and then somehow bouncing off of that wall? I just do not know. What worries me about when I go into, like, practice is that it's gonna really showcase how unreliable this big drop is, even on 100% difficulty. Because, it isn't the best, I'm not gonna lie. So we might not even make it to the next section of the map very frequently. Alright, let's have a little go. But what settings do I change? We can bring the damage down. I like to do 50 because I still get an idea of how much damage I'll take at any given point. Going all the way down to 10 is really hard to judge, like if I've actually taken damage. I'll leave the centipedes on for now, but I think they will... I'll probably just do a couple and then get sick of them and turn them off while I practice. Please, stop fishing! Stop fishing! Let me be, Kelly! Alright, see ya. I did get lit up a little bit there as well, so... But in theory, being on like a 3rd HP, I should be able to survive that. I'm trying to do it with far less, basically, on the actual difficulty I'm playing on, so... You bit my grapple. Alright, this time. The centipedes actually haven't stopped us from attempting big jump, like I was expecting them to. That is a shame. Okay, we're legitimately practicing. Centipedes off. No more Kelly or Karen or Kevin or Kyle or Keith or the others, the rest of them. There we go. See, I think that would have killed us, because we're on 50%. I think we need to take even less damage than that. How dare you bounce. Okay, so, well, at least I get shot off the route. So we're going here, and then we're dropping here. This is the first sort of awkward jump that we sometimes take damage. I heard the damage down there. This one is usually fine because we do a little flip. And then this is the new jump. This is the new jump that is very unreliable. There it is. And then from here we go here. That should hopefully let us get some distance. And then here is the same drop we were going for before. Which naturally I didn't make, but usually you would take no damage there. Alright, let's do that again. Get a little bit of the muscle memory down. And maybe actually perform the last drop correctly. Yeah, I mean, it's at least pretty close damage-wise to I think what we're trying to do in the other attempts. It's this part, it's so slow, but safely getting down it is so difficult. But if there's any point to speed up, that could actually be it. I missed, apparently. It's fine. At least we get to practice the other jumps. See, that time I took damage. I don't even know how much damage it was, actually. I didn't look at my health. There it is. There's that drop. As intended. And then we do a lot of swings to avoid full damage here. And it also helps that it is pretty quick. And then the final drop... I missed. Before the big drop to the hole. That's the final drop. Alright, I'm legitimately feeling pretty confident now. I think we can turn the settings back up. It's just kind of crazy to me that on like 50% damage, like that tiny sliver I was taking on the big drop still just felt like way too much. They're gonna get me, I can hear them. Okay. To be fair, if I can hear them, and they're not directly on top of me, they're probably not actually there. Just that. Oh, I love that so much. Just turning a corner and having it be there just will never get old to me. On the ultra speed, especially. At least it's entertaining when you die to the centipedes, you know? Because they are just so absurd. No, this is just ridiculous. This is too far. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Grapple! Thank you for stopping. I rescind my thank you. It's even more cruel when it bites the grapple just before eating you. Bounce. That one did feel a bit off when I threw it, to be fair. My feeling with the grapple in those situations is that it goes over the ledge and bounces on the wall on the other side. Which usually shouldn't happen. What should happen with the grapple usually is it will sort of pull itself back until it reaches the floor at the top, and then it will grab. But because the rope is so short and buggy, I don't think that happens. Or at least, like, it happens, but not before you've died. Ow. Yeah, it's fine. That is not so fine. Goodbye. No one was there to see me off this time. It's kind of sad. Yeah, that was way too far. Every now and then with that swing I just carry too much momentum.
I am squinting into the sun.
It's quite the apt redeem for the current weather, really. I feel like we've just had the same 4 versions of...
Too long I've been
I am a
punched of
missile.
thirst, unable to quench it.
You're squinting into the sun, no, you're a missile, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Also, I am aware of the hydrate. So yeah. I'll quickly hydrate now while I'm falling. That was not lined up properly at all. I slid on the tree. It's not a good sign, but at least I got to hydrate. Where do missiles go? Into the sky. That's where the sun is, idiot. If you're squinting into the sun, you need to hydrate. That is very true. Again, wait off. This is not good. Ah! If I was quicker, I could have like replaced my grapple so it wasn't completely like caught up. And then I could have maybe swung. Or even just ran somewhere a little bit better. But even at that point, dropping there without a lineup at all is always unlikely to work out. Even if I do play it better. This is very interesting. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We were fully improvising from that point. It's official, we've been going for 2 hours. So we're allowed to get our next big drop. Well, I haven't died on that part yet this stream. I'm glad we could pull it off. It is so wild the damage you can take sometimes. Like that drop there, like this drop. Just if you hook the wrong way. Yep. They stopped. They stopped, which means it's only a matter of time until they start up again. The bounce. I think I just threw that grapple too late that time. The bounce. Yeah. I wonder how helpful a crosshair would actually be in this game. Because often you're trying to kind of lead the grapple anyway, so... I don't think it makes that much of a difference, or it would make that much of a difference. When they're chasing you like that, they either eventually run out of stamina and stop, or they speed up. Oh my goodness. Not the bounce. Not the dreaded bounce. The centipede actually gave us a chance there. They stopped. But we did not utilize that chance. Just through the floor. Just... These centipedes don't play by the rules. That was a bad throw. Can't even blame the grapple for that one, that was just a bad throw. Where am I? You know what, let's just... This run will be a leisurely one, I'm sure the centipede will cooperate with that. And then they just do. And then I take full damage. Like, I legitimately, I started that run so slow, and then the centipedes just were like, yeah, you know what? We're good, we'll just let you kill yourself. We know when we're not needed. Did not quite have the right fall angle there. Cool, they stopped. No time till they start up again. And they did stop. Bam. That was a good setup too, I just missed the last grapple. Now that bounce. That bounce was less my fault. Still partially, but I will say less my fault. This is bad. Just stay stopped while I reposition completely and still mess up. Sometimes you just gotta have faith. Careful! That centipede gave us so much time. And well, I mean, to be fair to me, the grapple was not cooperating, it was not letting me climb it. And then eventually, when I did manage to climb it, I panicked. As any man would in that same circumstance. The grapple just a moment too early there. But I think we did keep better speed, so it's fine. Don't push me. Thank you. Always great when they cooperate. Yeah, I wanted to overshoot the platform a bit, but did not. But we still got set up. And we still have enough health where we can survive. It was not meant to be. So that time it latched, and I actually managed to survive. Even though, like, 9 out of 10 times I would have just taken damage there and died. By that time, the game decided to have mercy. Thank you. What is that bounce? You cannot be serious. Come on! I mean, let's be honest. Where the centipede was, I think if that didn't bounce, we were just going to get eaten. If it did actually land. But I will still complain. I will still file an official complaint. Oh, so... it's just startled me, sorry. Uh-oh. My biggest fear, I'm not gonna lie, is failing at the very last jump. Not the jump to get into the hole. I feel like that is pretty impossible to fail with the route we've got. But the jump just before that, which I failed in the practice just earlier as well. Like, it isn't a difficult jump, but it's just when the pressure's on, it worries me slightly. Because there is no backup. If you miss it, there is no lucky grapple. And you have to get quite a precise angle. Like, you have to play it quite dangerously just to survive the drop. Because you need to, like, swing yourself around to not take damage. So it is an easy jump, but it's like... you still have to do it right. No. Oh, I thought I was landing on the tree there. Oh, I almost got to let go. And then I would have had, like, maybe 2 seconds before the centipede crawls back around to get to the center bit. That was close, though. A little bit lucky with the centipede, and also if I managed to, like, get myself settled after the grapple landed. Maybe there was a chance if it all came together. It's always nice to at least make that jump, though. Just remind myself every now and then that it is possible. Too far. You bit my grapple! You bit my grapple, you son of a bitch. Oh, I just took a moment too long to try and align myself. To be fair, I was pretty well aligned when they bit the grapple. It It was just that they immediately bit me after they bit the grapple. Jesus. Let me out. This is very interesting. Just stay still for a bit. Okay. They gave me a lot of time. I did a lot of loops. I was trying to give them a performance, and apparently they didn't like it. That was just bad. Poorly aimed. I mean, don't get me wrong, it did also bounce. But it should have just been better. Bad time to miss the grapple on the floor. It's even worth playing when I've taken damage like that immediately. We will. It's like Spelunky. I mean, it isn't. If I take more than that sliver, I definitely restart, but it's like Spelunky. If we leave 1-1 with 1 HP, we play it out. Just in case, you know, you never know when there's a 1-2 jetpack waiting on the other side of that 1-1. And then I'm gonna die now anyway, so it's fine. No, not the damage. I think I actually landed that grapple as well, which is kind of crazy. Almost saved it. When they want to, they can just reach you and bite you. Well, let's get a good view of them that time before they bit us. Oh, that's a lot of damage, actually. I don't think there's a chance we survive this. On that kind of health, but I thought I'd try a last second grapple. Felt like the odds were higher with that. Oh my god. Is you. Hey. So nice of you to be waiting right there. Okay, bye. It's great. They're right next to me, just pause, and then they just leave. They just dart off. Like, who knows where they were going? They were just... They had places to be. And they knew that we would take care of ourselves, so... Obviously this would be easier with just one centipede, but I'm curious how much easier it would actually be. I think maybe you would just need like 20% less luck. And then the centipede won't get to you. Maybe more, to be fair. If there's 11 centipedes, and this is how frequent that any of those 11 are finding us... Hello. Goodbye. Did not manage to line myself up properly, but it was pretty close where I was still comfortable going for it. But we improvise. I think they left. Oh! They didn't leave. Unless that was a different one. Oh, I think that's the worst I've been got this stream. Oh my god. My heart literally skipped a beat there. did. Well, I love that the grapple did decide to just land somewhere and snap me back. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. It bit my grapple again. When it bites the grapple, it never feels that bad, because usually if they're that close to you, you're dead anyway. But it is surprising the amount of deaths that are technically due to the grapple being munched. See ya. My grapple didn't hit anything there. We got a nice view at the end there of me falling into the tree hole. And the grapple not finding anything. That bounce is so killer, man. Just that spot in particular, if you don't line it up perfectly. So close. Some pretty good attempts, though. I had to say some very good attempts just so that that would happen. One of the more reliable jumps at this point, and I still managed to find a way to fail it. I mean, that just goes to show how this game is, I guess. That's damage. Oh, it's not. We saved the damage. Somehow. Alright. See you, centipedes. Thank you for being present. That time I definitely threw the grapple over. Don't question where the centipedes are. Just let them be. Like, that grapple would have been so clutch, but it just decided to bounce. It totally reached the top of that pillar as well. It was totally a fine throw. Also, good job, by the way, catching the bots. I think it was Brandon earlier, and I see Charlie got this one. I don't even know when that was. You're doing such a good job, I didn't notice until right now. I do not know how I got away with that. I'm currently role-playing as well, running my little Irish pub in World of Warcraft. Hearing the nice chunks of grapple hooks and the occasional bone crunching. Well, I'm glad that I could add this ambiance. That was criminal! That bounce was absolutely criminal. That one, I'm gonna have nightmares about that bounce. The grapple is just losing its mind. Thankfully, the centipedes just aren't here. Like, the grapple trolled me so hard there, but the centipedes just weren't there to capitalize. Unfortunately, the map is always there. But, yeah, I cannot believe that... What did that bounce on? Did it hit the wall on the way down? Must have done. Hey, Green Revolter, I'm back. What happened? We're falling to our death on repeat. There is your evidence. That's concern. I'm curious how many times I have died doing this. What the numbers are at already. Oh, goodbye. It's just so absurd. Just one copper for the ale. That is bonkers. What a bargain. Kind of hard to roleplay with the value of money in an MMO. Because some people are purists that are like, well, at Adventure it costs 50 gold. And others are like the RPG source spent 20 years ago said the 1 gold is a year's wage. So I just go for the cheapest possible to avoid people whining. That sounds like a safe bet. Bro, the grapple is just stuck. That's so tragic. The centipedes are really cooperating though. The grapple was just pulling me into that wall. It was not happy. think in that situation the grapple's actually longer than it should be. So it's like trying to put the grapple to the length that it's meant to be, and in doing so gives you no room to swing. Oh, when did I take damage this run? Was it just now, or...? Wait, I think I actually went to the side of that. I think my grapple actually killed me. I think I could have continued down. I feel like that bounce kills us so often. And I do think it is not a guaranteed, like, chance. Like, if you do throw the grapple correctly, I think you can get that jump guaranteed. But it's just such a precise jump. And you're usually carrying, like, varying amounts of momentum going into that grapple. That is very difficult to aim. And then when you hear the bounce, it's just like, well, I was obviously very close. But it just wasn't meant to be. Thank you for stopping. My little nook. Thank you for stopping. we were blessed there. They chose not to take us. Our grapple did not land though. We went like through all of the trees though. That was kind of crazy. That drop, we made it very far. No. See, that time I just lost momentum as soon as I released. Sometimes I carry too much momentum, sometimes I lose it. It is fine margins. Oh, we were so close. We were actively falling. Oh. That was so clean up till then. I mean, it was clean. It was just clean. We had it. That was good. We got well and truly chomped. They literally waited till the last moment, though. That was the equivalent of, like, sliding under a falling, like, platform or something, or like a door, a closing door, like sliding through at the last second. But in this situation, the centipedes are the guy sliding. I would be absolutely amazed if I survive this. To be fair, you could be amazed if I survive that fall at any HP at all. But particularly on half. This might be crazy. I'm gonna, like, risk or try to risk more in the tree bit below this. Like, when I succeed, I'm gonna try and risk more through that section, because that just gives the centipede way too much time to catch us. So I hold control there, and that sort of stabilizes the grapple pretty quickly. I don't know if I instinctively do that with the big jump, but maybe on a successful drop, holding control could actually stabilize me a bit quicker. Like, as I land, as opposed to sort of immediately after. Bounce! It bounced again! It bounced again on the damn tree! I mean, wasn't going anywhere anyway, that run, but... Damn. Pushed by a centipede, into the grapple bouncing, and then it bouncing again. You cannot get much unluckier than that without dying for the first thing. We were lucky in that we were unlucky in that it didn't kill us when it pushed us. I'd kill myself. But then the game decided that we would die anyway. Alright, see you, mate. Thanks for being good motivation. That's what you were trying to be, right? I'm just seeing them in the peripheral, just like flying through the floor and then leaving through the ceiling. It's just... it will never get old. Hello! It's rare to see them there. That completely threw me off. How in God's name do you even know if that drop and throw the grapple works? It just looks like madness. A lot of trial and error. I'm mainly doing it on lower damage so that if you're on 10% damage, you can legitimately just survive that fall. Which is crazy, because you're free-falling for like 8 or 9 seconds. But you can survive if you're on 10% damage. Which is also handy because when you fail the drop, you get to practice the later sections even if you fail it. But it is bad. It's the biggest sort of roadblock to this run, other than the centipedes, for sure, is this drop here, because it's just so... like, the other bad drops, I can still get. Like, the worst drop, other than that one, I would still say is, like, 50% success rate. And 50% is pretty damn good. Whereas this one is literally like 1%. It ends with a sheer drop at the end. Yeah, we go for the hole at the end. We sort of run off a diving board at the end, ideally. We sort of find our way to a platform that just sort of goes directly above the hole. So it's not any risky swinging and making sure you're carrying the right momentum. You pretty much just jump straight down. I'm pretty sure it bit it there. So yeah, we have this first major drop, And then we're trying to speed up the next section because it's such a confined space. And there's so many walls for the centipedes where once they're on you, they're just going to stick to you and fall just as fast as you. So you can't take the safe route. There's like a very safe route with 20% grapple where you just won't take any damage. And it's completely fine. But now with the route we're trying, it's like immediately just every jump is risky. Basically, even in the next section. Are you kidding me? I had no momentum to carry that? Perfect. Well, thank you again. Somehow we get away with it and end up decently like that. Don't question it. Oh dear. Hello. Once I do this challenge, I'm setting the centipede speed to the slowest it can possibly be. Just so that I can make fun of them. That'll be my way of getting revenge. See ya.
I'm sorry. I've made a big mistake. I went to Slough.
It's alright, Mum. It's alright, Mum. Me and Tom forgive you. Yep, that's what I wanted to say. Ah! See, if it had perfectly, like, put me into the gap immediately, I think we could have outran that centipede. But we had to swing out of it and then back in, which was not ideal. My instinct is always to laugh whenever that happens. I think that's just like my reaction to that scare at this point, is just to nervously laugh. Because it is just, somehow, even though it's happened to me like dozens of times, it still shocks me. Oh damn, it's already 10:30. We'll keep going for a little bit. But we won't go crazy. I don't know when the next time I stream attempts of this will be. Good luck to Wilton and your streak. Because I'm not done with this challenge yet. It is unlikely that I will stream more tomorrow. It's unlikely but not zero, but I would be very surprised if I did stream tomorrow. Because I will be on Brandon's stream tomorrow in the evening. And then obviously we'll have Spelunky on Friday. I'd give it like a 50-50. Maybe Friday evening I'll try more attempts to this. And then I don't know if I'll have any time over the weekend, so that's also unlikely. What you playing there? To be honest, I don't think we've decided yet, but it will be potentially Repo. I said I was gonna risk it, and naturally I've just like gone the safest route. We're pretty screwed here. Oh, but yeah, probably something along the lines of Repo. That was all of a sudden time to focus. I feel like the grapple actually stabilized really quick there as well. Talk about wasted opportunity. Repo or Make Way? Oh god, not Make Way. Has there been an update or something, or is that just what you're going to be pushing to play? Bye! Almost. You almost got me. Kind of in a repo move, plus want to save the repo from when we're all together to do bingo. I mean, we can play without doing the bingo. We can wait for everyone for that. I would very much... I feel like repo is the one I want to play most personally, but also... I'm fine with something else. We'll see what everyone wants to play. I just haven't had enough fun with the vehicles yet in Repo. I miss the make way anger? I don't. I love make way when shortcuts are enabled. When shortcuts are disabled, I just wish that shortcuts were enabled. There is nothing more satisfying than just driving off the track, landing on another bit of track, and then watching everyone else die. Yeah. It's so quick. They are just so quick. It's I don't think there are enough frames to keep up with how fast the centipedes are moving. Oh. I could feel the teeth. I'd wait for the centipede to kill me, but they actually take a while at the start here. I feel like this will just run all around me. And then just maybe sometimes run through me. And in that case I die, but you know, for the most part they just run around. Bro, the bow. It's just so rough. It is so rough. Just the floor that I'm directly standing on, and it still manages to hit the edge and bounce. Yep. The fact that that can do as much damage, and in fact more damage than the big drop, if I land that incorrectly, is wild to me. It's so crazy. That did so much damage without killing me. Oh. Oh. Oh no.
For too long I've been parched with thirst and unable to quench it.
Well, thanks for the hydrate. Clearly that was the issue. Okay. Trying to bounce. I mean, I did just chuck it at the wall there. Could you not eat my grapple, please? Bro! This is the run. This is the first time I've pulled that in this game. What is that? Okay, well... But that grapple completely trolled me. That was brutal. But yeah. Just tag teamed. My least favourite part about this challenge is not knowing which centipede is which. It was nice knowing who I was dying to in first kill and stuff. But not knowing who's killing me is... it takes the personality away a bit. It's just so criminal, that bounce. Every single time it's just the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. Ooh. It's been a pleasure, Wilton. I will end the stream shortly anyway. I reckon only a handful more runs in it and I'll be done, so... appreciate you being here for so much of it. And keeping your streak going. I assume I will see you on Friday. And maybe tomorrow, if you feel like joining Brandon's stream. And are also able to. That's also a pretty crucial moment. Stop the stream, then quickly restart it for 10 minutes. Yeah, don't... make sure to keep the notifications on. Then you'll know if I do that. Yep, have a good one, Will Tom. Oh dear, I've been shoved. And now we fall. And we land beautifully on a tree. Alright, this is the final attempt. And it's going the distance. The final attempt of the day. And that was the final attempt of the day. Ugh. It's good though. It does feel doable. It would be nice to get some more. I might practice off stream just the section immediately after the big jump. Try and find a quicker way down that's at least somewhat reliable. Because right now I'm just kind of improvising my way down there, which takes way too long. So that's what we're looking at there. That's the main bit of improvement I think would be ideal to find. But yeah, thanks to anyone who's watching. And thank you. I feel like Brandon's been here the whole bloody time. Got nothing better to do, eh? I appreciate you, Brandon. But yeah. Tom, do you have anything to say before we go?
I am not inside a fusion reactor.
I'll wait for your redeem as well. But of course it would be that one. Of course it would be that one. If he does it again, it's just... it's
You there,
really...
watching this video, say this sentence.
Okay, no, Tom, I'm cutting you off.